Hello, hello, and good day. It is I, Fresh Baked Niche, back at it again. And today I have a friend. This model is Jarby, but you might know him as Stash.
It's just here. What's up?
There he is. Yay! Yeah, we have a new model. Don't expect this to be frequent, but yeah, I'm excited about using it. So today I thought it'd be fun if we talked about Pokemon. More specifically, some
Oh,
predictions and ideas for the upcoming presents in what is it, like 22 days?
something like that.
And February 22nd. This will be definitely recorded way before then, and well, potentially before any more leaks, which is going to be our first topic. But to lay out the land for y'all, basically I'm going to ask our boy here a question, and I'm going to get his thoughts on it. They all pertain to the Pokemon Presents that should be coming up. We'll talk about what he thinks. I'll say what I think, and we'll talk about what I think. And yeah, anyways, starting it off, so I want to talk about the leaks, and there was a couple of them, and some of these might be legit, to put it.
Oh,
And the way I'm saying that is several known uh, people who have previously leaked things before have engaged with and even liked some of the stuff, which hints that it might be right. So, starting off, I heard a rumor about a collection. Now, we're not sure what's going to be in it, but based on the current thoughts, it'll be a retro collection that will be comprised of generations 1 through 3. Thoughts?
I honestly would be down for that. My only thing is, will it feature other parts of Gen 1 through 3? So we have red and blue, right? Would it also feature yellow? Gold and silver? Would that feature crystal? Ruby and sapphire? Would that feature emerald?
So, that is a great question. I have seen it proposed both ways, where it's either going to be a singular collection with. So, I've heard it in both forms. So, it's going to be a singular collection with either just red, blue, uh, gold, silver, ruby, emerald, or ruby, sapphire. I've heard it where it'll be just a collection of yellow, crystal, uh, emerald. But then the one that I
Makes
think
sense.
has me most interested, and I think what the Pokemon Company is more likely to do, if they're going to do this at all, would be to split it up the middle and give us one version with red, gold, ruby, and another one with blue, silver, sapphire.
A lot of sense. A lot of sense.
I my assumption it will be like HD 2D, but then again, it could be made by Ilka, and it could be like how Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl looked.
I don't think we should go down that route again.
No,
No, I mean, it's okay for what it was, but it could definitely have been better.
I mean I agree it wasn't perfect. I mean I thought the chippiness was fun, although I kind of wish they would have just maintained it. But
Like,
you know,
I mean, if there's going to be chibi, at least go the route where they went with X and Y,
I can
because
see
that
that.
was fun.
Well,
Yeah,
like Let's Go kind of did that style to an extent. So
exactly. That would have been fine.
I also think HD 2D would be kind of cool. Go back to like sprite based, but make them like animated. Like more like how Black and White does it. But
Right. Maybe at least 2.5D.
that's what I was thinking. More like Octopath or whatever.
Right.
I think that would be just. I think it'd be sick to do that. Um, so the
Mhm.
other leak I heard about is a potential Black and White either remake or a threequel.
Would it also be like in the Legends style per se, if you would know, or
Um,
that's just speculation.
it was mostly speculation, but it sounds like it would be more like again like Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, where it's just like We rebuilt the game from the ground up. But I heard at least one piece of speculative whatever that it could be like another sequel. So it'd be like Black 2 or Black 3 White 3.
I'd rather a prequel than a remake. We don't need more remakes this time around.
I just feel like it's been so long since we've had anything to do with Black and White. You know, comparatively.
One of the best gens. Right. Underrated as heck.
So I think it's funny, right? So many people hated that generation when it came out. But then again,
that's insane.
Well, that's the thing, though. I think Pokemon fans are very fickle, and the issue is, like, every time a new generation comes out, so many of them come out and go, well, it's not as good as X. And I don't mean, like, X the game. I mean, like, whatever generation they, you know, were a fan of. Because, like, 3 came
Gen
out...
Gen 1 for a while now.
That's the thing. So like, people... like, Gen 1 was the thing, cool. Gen 2 came out, people were like, oh, it's not as good as Gen 1. Gen 3 comes out, oh, it's not as good as Gen 2. You just rinse and repeat that infinitum. Because, like, we have people nowadays saying that they loved X and Y, which I think is ridiculous. Because, like, when I was in high school, I loved X and Y. That was my jam. I absolutely adored those games. However, there were a lot of people who openly hated those games. But now they're saying that they were actually really, really good. And it's like, what's going on here, bud?
X and Y for me was okay. I did not really care for the difficulty. I felt it was too easy.
I will agree. I do think it was too easy. I think part of that was just because it was definitely underbaked. No puns intended. But, you know, it definitely needed like just a little bit more time. And clearly they had some story ideas and some just solid things to do. It's just they didn't execute as well as they could have.
Yeah.
But so...
Good concept or execution.
Exactly. Also, I think we can't be too mad about them introducing the fairy type completely.
Not at all.
Also, you know, the last evolution possibly ever, but, you know, different story, different day. But, you know, as far as Black and White remakes go, I think it would be okay if they were to even just redo the first one again in, like, an updated style. Just because I feel like there's enough people nowadays who just, they never experienced it. I mean, case in point, I missed it, and my only opportunity to replay it now is through a Japanese copy. Well, I mean, I guess I could go emulator, but...
Right.
I'm having fun, though. I am liking it. It feels a lot better than Diamond or Pearl.
Of course, it's definitely a massive upgrade, especially with how they show off the environment, especially through the cities, I should say.
I mean all of it. Like, the maps are solid, the buildings are nice, the music is just top notch. The animations are just they're just wonderful.
Yeah, Black and White was like the perfect game in most all aspects.
I think my only gripe is just the fact that they basically did a soft reset and said, hey, we're going to show you just nothing but new Pokemon and absolutely nothing original. And I'm sure they have their reasons for it. And, you know, if that was your first game, cool. But as someone who's been binging these games back to back to back, it feels weird when it's like, oh, I would like to catch a Doduo or something, but they just don't exist.
Ruby and Sapphire do that as well.
I'm pretty sure you could find
all new Pokemon.
I'm pretty sure you could find some
least
old stuff like sooner than later.
I mean, I would assume like post game, sure, but the main game, I thought it was all new Pokemon in Gen 3, at least.
No, I think there were definitely some previous Genners who, like, you know, came through the cracks, but you know, neither here nor there. That's really all I had for the leaks, though. There was a third one, but I genuinely can't remember it, so it's probably not that important.
I can actually bring up one I remember seeing.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if it was confirmed. So after the whole debacle between Nintendo and Power World, they were actually going to adopt that same gameplay where you would do the same things in Power World, same game mechanics, so on and so forth, and throw a little like Breath of the Wild as well.
Okay, so yeah. So those are all bits and pieces for Generation 10. which
Exactly.
because there was a bunch of gameplay footage like released, including but not limited to supposedly the next big mechanic, which I did not watch or hear anything about it, so I don't know what that is. I just know I've like actually seen footage of like the random island generation. I've seen like a Dondozo swimming in the ocean, stuff like that. But I did hear it's a bit more like open worldy compared to what we've had. Like possibly even like procedurally generated from what I heard, but neither here nor there. I think that for the most part, what you've said though, it's more or less confirmed.
Really?
I mean,
Okay.
sorry, not like officially, but through like some high tier leakers, it's been confirmed enough, like what you said.
I mean, I can honestly imagine them using Unreal Engine 5 like they did for other games. Horizon Zero. Not Zero Dawn, but
Yeah,
Forbidden West, for example, let's just say.
I could see him doing
So I
that.
can see that happening.
Unfortunately, it was hard to really, assess much, at least in my opinion, because like I couldn't tell what engine they were running in. I couldn't tell what they were doing with it, and obviously it was like very bare bones textures just to make sure it works.
Yeah.
The only things that
Yeah.
looked good were the Dondozo and the Saraledge that they were using for some test animations. But to be fair, those are like already pre-textured and rigged up, so you know. All right, let's see. So talking a bit more about like the actual present itself. How long do you think this presentation is going to actually be?
I would say a minimum of an hour and a half, but no
Ooh,
more
really?
than 3 hours. Yeah.
Okay, big spender over here. I was thinking about an
Yeah.
hour. Cause like, I just tentatively thinking they're gonna get through all their little piddly stuff. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, Pokemon Unite's doing something. Master ZX is doing something. Here's some stuff for the card game. Once they get through all of that, all they're really gonna have is like anniversary stuff and then really big announcements.
Makes sense.
So I could see it being like a 30-30 split where the first 30 minutes is just like nonsense. And then maybe the last 30 minutes is nothing but Gen 10. But, you know.
That makes sense.
I could see him bumping it up, though. Maybe like hour 20, hour 30. But, I mean, we'll see. I I don't have like a lot of anticipations because like who knows what they could do. I feel like they've done a lot already, so it'll be just kind of a surprise whatever they do talk about or don't talk about.
Hope
But
they'll make another Animal Crossing in Pokemon, because that's what the last game was, essentially.
what, Pokopia?
Yeah. It's just another Animal Crossing at that point.
Well, it was like Animal Crossing meets Stardew because there was definitely a lot more control over how you do things.
I don't mind going into the third party route,
Yeah,
but I just want better execution.
I also would like the game to not be $70 because I was so excited for Pokopia, and then the second they said it was $70, I'm like, I'm not buying this.
It's not a $70 game.
No, it's also not worth it if you go physical because the physical is just a game key card, which means digital with extra steps. So, very unfortunate. I'm good. Okay, so what is one thing that you'd realistically like to see during the present?
What I want to see realistically.
Yeah, like if you had to sit down and go, this is something I'd want and I could actually see it happening genuinely. Like what would that be?
Pokemon type combination that hasn't been used yet.
Okay. I don't remember how many of those we don't have yet, but that would be kind of neat if they announced like that. I think the big one a lot of fans have been asking for is poison ice type.
Really?
Yeah, just because like the concept of like how bacteria and viruses end up in the Arctic and then they get frozen over. You could very easily do like a poison encased in ice as like a dude.
Makes sense.
So okay, no, I could see them doing that. I think that'd be kind of neat. My biggest thing would be I would like to see them try to do another like third-party software thing, similar to like Sleep or Go, that encourages you to be healthy.
Oh, like how they used to have something like for a heart go to soul silver, that Pokewalker thing.
Not necessarily that, but yeah, I mean something like maybe like a mobile app that encourages you to just do something healthy. I don't know. I just think that'd be kind of neat if they were to do more of that. Because like with Sleep and Go, I mean you're encouraged to go outside, get more hours of sleep. I know it wouldn't be like as intuitive, but maybe like an app where like it can track when you're not on your phone, and maybe you get like rewards for not being on your phone as much to encourage less screen time.
Hmm. That is a bit counterintuitive, but I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, just because I mean, unfortunately, we're addicted to our vices, and for most people nowadays, it's phones, TV, whatever, and maybe just being like, hey, yeah, if you can not be on your phone for like an hour, you get a Charizard. I don't know, something. That's getting like way too specific. I'm just thinking like some kind of health app would be cool. And then I
Be like
guess same vein.
I was gonna say like maybe like a Poke tracker, like that keeps like your heartbeats when you do exercising and whatnot.
I could,
What if that was a way to increase your Pokemon's XP by working out?
I could see them doing that. Maybe giving us like a health tracking band, like a smartwatch or whatever.
Yeah.
Pay like $80. It has like a little screen. You can maybe it'll have future support to connect to other games. Maybe it could be like the Pokewalker, and you could put stuff in it and yeah, walk them, get some XP, maybe do some IVs or something.
Find
That could be
items
neat.
too.
Yeah, that could be neat. I like that. That's at least my bid is
Right.
another health thing. But I want to know if you were to go crazy, like what's the one thing you'd love to see that's like wildest dreams? Like it doesn't have to be realistic in any capacity.
Like a new evolution.
Yeah, if you want to. I mean,
No,
you
I
know,
won't lock in with that one, but I do want to see one still. But my real answer, I want another Pokemon Arena fighter, a more polished one.
like Pokken or whatever.
Exactly.
Okay. I would appreciate that. I liked Pokken the first time around. I didn't care for the sequel just because it basically was just the same game with like just a little bit more content. If they were to do like a proper Pokken 2, that could be cool.
Guys just use like exclusively just fighting type Pokemon, not just one type, but mixed types, dark fighting,
I thought that was
so on and
I
so
mean, I
forth.
thought that was what was cool
Yeah.
about Pokken was just like the variety because I mean, you had like psychic types with fire types and electric types, and
Right.
I mean,
Nothing
I
I
was
didn't
always a fan.
mind.
Yeah, I mean, I could see them doing it, maybe like giving us like a whole new roster,
Yeah, that'd be fun.
like I don't know, maybe like give us like Halucha, give us like Aegislash or something. I don't know.
Besides already in Pokemon too.
Get wacky.
Right.
No, you know what? Do Super Smash Brothers, but it's all 1020 something Pokemon.
Oh man, that's a lot.
I want to see somebody have a main that's just Bonsly.
I mean, I can see it having potential. Like if you're about to get KO'd, just use 30.
Yeah, that could be interesting. But no, I do like your idea, and I think that'd be awesome if we could get something like that again.
Right. Right.
Now, on the flip side, I also would like them to bring something back. I would love
Oh.
if we were to get another mystery team game.
Oh. I
'Cause-
figured he's going that route. I thought about that too.
Well, because like they did, what was it, Super Mystery Dungeon or whatever for the Switch. And like, okay, cool.
Right.
It's basically just a remake of Red, Blue. Why not just you have so many Pokemon nowadays. Why not just make a new one on Switch 2? Or if you really want to, do Switch and Switch 2. Doesn't matter. But come up with a whole new one. Give us a whole new story. And maybe have us see, like, almost all of them. I think that'd be really neat.
Yeah.
Because,
If it's going to be a good story, it has to at least be as good as Explorers of Sky for the DS. At least that's what I've heard anyway. That is really good.
I think that was the one with, Grovyle and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played that one. I thought it was, like, a ton of fun. But I just, you know what I mean? Like, I think the beauty of it was a solid series with good mechanics. It lets you experience your favorite franchise in a different way. And I mean, like, even as a kid, like, they were able to touch on like some awesome topics and do some really cool stuff with it. Just like
Yeah,
do it again.
get dark sometimes.
And I mean, the worst part is like they've got like so many cool Pokemon that have come out since the last one.
Right.
Because yeah, good point. The last one really was on DS, and since then, like, I mean, they've introduced a whole new type of Pokemon. Or yeah, they introduced a whole new Pokemon type. So many new items. And not even factoring in like we now have like the paradox forms and all that other fun stuff.
Oh yeah.
But like even like the little things, like, I mean, come on, they gave us people like Phalanx. I could totally see them doing like a story where it's like, oh hey, one of our dudes like fucked off into the woods. Go find him, please.
Like a mission. But I also want to do more lore behind. Remember back in like Pokemon Sun and Moon, those portals and
The
stuff.
wormholes.
I want more lore about that. Yeah.
I could see that. I don't know. Like, I think like reaching out there, I would love a game like that where it's everybody's represented in some capacity.
Right.
I think the only problem would be most of them would be locked down to that little personality survey you take at the beginning.
That wasn't bad though.
No, but I just mean like hypothetically Mudkip is stuck in there and you don't ever see him outside of that area. That could be kind of suck. But most people cheat their favorites in anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, I did the same. I mean, I went with Piplup. My partner was Chimchar in Explorers of Darkness.
Gotcha. I just took whoever they gave me. I was like, yeah, sure, I'm a Bulbasaur. I don't know. I could just see like, especially with people like Charcadet, I could definitely see them doing some stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even, you know, to compound on this just a little bit more, I feel like it'd be really cool if they would maybe give us the ability to like evolve. You know?
Yeah, maybe.
Because I always thought it was
Instead of
weird.
having
Like,
to go get your same Pokemon
I just feel like you're always
and
stuck as
evolve
like
that way.
your little form, and it's like, well, what if I want to be the big form?
Yeah.
Because that could be cool. Like, oh yeah, I'm a Meowth now, but I have the potential to become a Persian.
Yeah, I get it. But then again, it is the way the story is.
Well, I mean,
You did
you
too
know.
much phenomenon stuff. You can't evolve now. You're not normal anymore.
We'll see. Like I said, I think they got options, but I think something like that would be cool. As a weird backup, though, maybe they could bring back Conquest.
I've never played that game.
Neither have
I would
I.
like
I just
to.
heard it's really good.
I'm not. It's pretty much like what Advanced Wars essentially.
It's like Fire Emblem,
Oh,
but
that makes
Pokemon.
more sense.
I don't know, something like that. I think would just be wild, and it'd be really cool to see that. But I'm still holding out for another mystery dungeon. I think that's the
Cool.
big one. So what's something you'd like to not see? Or I should say, what's something that would just like you look at and you just go, this just sucks. This doesn't need to be here.
Remakes.
The eggs.
Just remakes in general. No more remakes for now. We can hold off for a year.
So like you just don't want to see any more. Yeah, that's fine. Remakes, remasters. I think that'd be really
besides the
funny.
anniversary.
I feel like it'd be really funny though. You say that, and then they come out with the like master collection that has all generations 1 through 3. Because then, for all intents and purposes, it's a remake.
Essentially, but beyond that, no more remakes for now.
Pokemon X2.
No.
Nah, it'd be like X cubed or some shit. No,
XXX.
you know what? I'm for it. I'm not ashamed to say. I got the full size Gardevoir. I know who I am. Look, I'm marginally better than the people who bought all the life size Vaporeons.
Oh, jeez.
I was not one of those people.
I thought you were getting like a life-size Gengar at the very least.
If they had one, I'd consider it. But we're not there yet, unfortunately. Yeah, I think personally though, of all the things I would like to not see, I feel like it would have to be I just lost it. Uh-oh. Come back, little thought. That's THOUGHT for those listening. Nope, I lost it. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna like it if they make it where, like, assuming we do get Generation 10 information, which I think we're all banking on that they're going to talk about it in some capacity.
Oh.
If they, like, make it where its interaction with Pokemon Home is stupid. Because, like, I know they did that shit with, like, Generation 9 where some things can come out, but then they can't go back in or something.
Yeah.
Like, I hate when they do that kind of stuff, and it's like, that defeats the purpose. Let me move my little dudes around. So yeah, if they announce in any capacity, like, oh yeah, we're gonna have home support, but if you send anything into Generation 10 from home, it's stuck there forever. Like, that's gonna be stupid.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't want that. Cool. And then the only other thing I had for us is the lightning round, but I haven't had time to figure out those questions, so do we think there's going to be more than one trading card game announcement?
I'll get them 2 announcements for trading card games.
Okay. And to clarify, I mean like the physical, not the pocket.
I mean, you can send out different types of, Pokemon cards, so on and so forth, like
Yeah.
Typhoon, Fury,
Yeah.
or
Okay.
a Mudkip.
Oh, how many? No, that's not a good question. I was gonna say how many stuffed animals do you think are gonna be behind the dude whose name I just forgot?
I'm gonna say at least 7.
Okay, because I know he always like rotates them around. I'm just trying to think of like what he could do. Okay, here's one for you. So, do we think they are going to show us anything about Generation 10, like whether it be just mentioning it or anything else?
We have a timeline for Gen 10?
Rumor has it it's coming out this year.
I think we get a very short sneak peek, but nothing more than that.
Okay, that's fine. So then going into the next part, and this is something I was thinking about last night, is the trailer for Generation 10 going to be like gameplay? Or do you think it's going to be like how they did Scarlet and Violet, where it's just going to be like a weird live action cinematic piece that maybe just shows a few starters and that's it?
I'm pretty sure to go with the show off the scenery, show off the Pokemon situation. I
Okay.
don't think they're gonna show off any gameplay anytime soon.
I think I agree. I think they'll do like a cinematic. I do think it'll probably be live action again. I do think it'll be some guy doing a thing. But yeah, I think at most they'll maybe show us like the starters, if that. I mean, at minimum, I think they should at least confirm the names officially. I mean, I know we have like the leak rumor names of Wind and Waves, but if they can confirm that one way or the other, that'd be great. I could see them saying that we'll have gameplay down the line. Because, like, if it is in fact coming out this year, they're going to have to show it to us sooner, you know?
Like late spring.
I would say, like, late spring, midsummer. Somewhere in there. They would have to basically show us stuff so that way people are more willing to pre order it. But, I don't know. Do you think they're gonna go back to dual type starters for Generation 10?
That's a good question.
I shouldn't say back to. Do you think they're gonna actually continue with it? Because I know Generation 8 got rid of it, the Generation 9 brought it back. So do you think Generation 10 will keep it?
So like their first evolution starters, or as they continue to progress their evolution.
So to specify, like, when they hit their end, their final, will they actually be dual type or will they stay mono?
I think they'll be dual type again.
Okay. Do you think we'll bring back the firefighting starter? Or do you think they're going to finally be done with that?
They should be done with firefighting. Mix it up.
Well, so, like,
Like they did with Incineroar. That was a fire dark type, right?
yes, he
Even
was
though it says
fire.
he had Rustler.
So he was fire dark, but people commented on how much he was basically a fighting type, followed by
Right.
Cinderace, who looked very much like a fighting type, despite the fact only being fire and nothing more.
I think the only justice done was Delphox, who's a fire
No,
psychic, I think.
I think
Right?
Skeledirge was the big justice there because we got a fire ghost type.
Oh, true. Definitely has a starter.
I mean, honestly, I think personally I like Generation 9 quite a lot, and I think the big thing there is their starters were
Hey,
just awesome because, like, again, the fire ghost singing crocodile is just super duper awesome. Um,
felt very D&D.
yeah, I think the dark grass magician cat was really cool through Masquerada,
Yeah.
and I think the fighting water dancer that is Quaquavel, did a really good job.
I thought no one had complaints about water fighting, but if it's firefighting, it's a whole issue.
It's because they did firefighting for like 10 years straight. Which isn't even completely true, because, like, what? Typhlosion was just straight fire. Then
Yeah.
Infernape was firefighting. Then Emboar was firefighting. Two. There was two of them back to back, and then the joke just never went away.
Don't forget Blaziken.
Oh, shit, that's true. Okay, so Generations 3, 4, and 5 all had firefighting starters. And then 6 had fire psychic.
I want to see a fire fairy type
Wait, what was
as a
7's?
starter.
Fire Dark.
Yeah.
I could see them doing something fairy, but my only thing with that is making the type triangle. Because, like, fairy's weak to poison,
Poison,
steel.
Yeah.
And if you do, actually, you could do fighting and steel, I guess, as part of the rotation. You could give us like a grass fighter. You could give us a water steel.
I mean, second water steel type because you have Empoleon, but I wouldn't mind that.
I mean, it'd be that, or do it the other way around and give us another water fighting, and then give us a grass steel. Because then it wouldn't just be Ferrothorn and Ferroseed. Or not do fighting, because you could do poison and Nothing, I guess, because unfortunately fairy is only good against dragon and fighting. I guess you're kind of locked into fighting, so I guess it would almost need to be steel. Well, just to throw this out there, what if it wasn't fire fairy? What if it was like fire steel and then like a water fairy
Works.
and then a grass steel? I can see them doing that.
Or another grass poison.
I mean, we haven't had one of those in a hot minute. I just feel like that's,
But what if there was a way to have one type be immune to the other, then the other that be completely effective, like twice as effective?
I'm sure somebody smarter than me could make that work.
Like,
I mean,
how steel is immune to poison and so on and so forth.
yeah, I just think the issue there is just because, like, you'd have to balance that with the part where they are also going to be fire, water, or grass.
That shouldn't be too hard.
Unless they throw that out the window. Like, completely wild concept. What if they just got rid of that initial type triangle?
That'd be very jarring. I'm a jar.
Yeah. They give us, like, electric. No. That doesn't work. I was going to say they could give us, like, electric steel ground, but then, like, electric
Steel
just
is
gets
also
bodied.
weak to ground, right?
Steel is weak to ground. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Do ice, steel, ground. That's a type triangle.
Ice. Ice beats ground, and ground beats both.
No. Ground
Wait,
doesn't
they're
beat
not.
ice.
It doesn't? Huh,
No.
I swore it did.
No. Ice beats ground, and that's it. And then ground beats steel. Steel beats ice.
Huh.
Yeah. I mean, nobody would pick the ice starter unless they were to completely rework ice, which I do feel like they should do.
It's to buff it.
I think, first of all, it should actually be super effective against water, not weak to. If not, just make it neutral.
Right.
Because, like, I understand the logic of, like, running water melts ice quicker or whatever, but, like, if you have stagnant water and you cool it enough, it eventually freezes and becomes more ice. Like, I could see both sides, so make it neutral or strong, one of the two. I don't know how else you could really buff it outside of... I mean, does it hurt?
Buff ice-type Pokemon in general.
I mean, does it hurt rock at all? It should.
Nobody likes rock types.
No, I'm just saying, if it hurts both ground and rock, that could be something.
I don't know.
I mean, it already hurts dragon and it hurts flying and bug. I guess the trick there would be they really need to figure out what the hell it's doing, because I feel like their stat spreads are usually not as good as they could be.
Exactly. Like Weavile, for example. It's a physical attacker, but its move pool is mostly specials.
Yeah, I think that's where maybe they should just commit full physical. Like, let it be physically tanky and physically strong.
I don't know about tanky, but definitely strong.
I mean, I don't know. I definitely agree, though. But then again, I feel like they do set up a lot of ice types to be specials. So, I don't know. I'm sure they can make it work. It's just... It needs some love. I also think Bug needs some love. I mean, it gets, like, Wombo comboed by, like, half the types.
I mean, it's mostly fire and flying, right?
Fire, flying, ice, rock.
I don't remember Bug being weak to ice.
I think it is. Could be wrong. Point being, it's only
Rock for sure.
it's only good against, like, psychic and dark.
Yeah.
I did hear forever ago that should be strong against fairies, but not sure.
Rug some good bug type Pokemon though, so
Who
that
is?
kind of balances out.
Eh.
Like technically, Golisopod is one of the best, besides its ability, emergency exit.
That's fair. Well, and I know like there's fan favorites like Araquanid and Galvantula.
Especially Garbage. That's like the best Pokemon. As
Much.
a bug type, that's the best Pokemon.
I've always been a big fan of Volcarona, personally.
It is bulky. It has really good special attack. So, he's,
Well,
from what I remember,
having a fire bug is kind of cool too.
yeah.
But I don't know. Like I said, it's one of those things where it's like I like them. I wish they'd do just a bit better because I feel like they're as underused as ice types.
I want Scizor to get a buff because he literally had the same stats as Scyther.
Yeah. I mean, I could see them maybe reworking him to be like more like a glass cannon.
I'd rather him be bulky because it's literally donning armor at that point, you know?
Yeah, I just feel like it's like a thin coat though. So in my head, it's like he should be like really fast and hit really hard, but he can't take much of a beating.
Right.
Although that doesn't mean much when you're 4 times weak to fire.
That's like his only weakness.
Yeah, maybe. Ground.
That's true.
Give him levitate, he'll be almost invincible. I don't know. I don't think I have any more things. Do you have any things?
You think we'll get an evolution for Gen 10?
God, I'd love if we did. I understand their whole thing is they only wanted to do like the special attack Pokemon. But like every Pokemon type kind of has special attacks.
Yeah.
So I don't see why they couldn't just commit and give us the other like side of things. And if not even through Eevee, maybe just introduce a new Pokemon that does the same concept. I'd prefer if it was Eevee for sure though, because then like you could really get it to do everything. But you know, if you're not gonna fully commit, then give us a new animal that does the opposite spectrum. Although if they are gonna give us a new one, I really think Ghost would be cool, just because of all the special attacks that Ghost can do.
Or, you know, make the Pokemon be able to go through an evolution with said items too. Instead of being permanent, you can change it. You know, like how you do with Orgrippon, so on and so forth.
So I don't know if I read this somewhere, but I know somebody I think once said that it'd be kind of cool if maybe Eevee had like, or the evolution line had like an ability where like if you gave them their evolutionary item to hold, they would become that.
Right.
They could only become that evolution at a certain level and holding the item, but if you switch the item to a different one, then it could become the other types. Because there was that one Eevee in like the manga or the anime, I think it was manga, who it could like,
Manga. I know what you're talking about.
yeah, the one that could freely evolve and devolve.
Yeah.
Alternatively,
Make a special Eevee.
I say alternatively, what if they gave us a device that lets you devolve your Pokemon freely? So like,
Will that be a new gimmick?
I would say to an extent, just to hear me out. So you know how some Pokemon like they only learn certain moves at certain levels within certain evolutions? I don't have a good example off the top of my head, but I think like Makuhita has like a move where like it only learns this one fighting move at a certain level, but it usually evolves before that point, so you don't ever get to experience it unless you force it to not evolve. What if you could like let it evolve to Hariyama, and then before it levels up again, you just devolve it.
I know some starters like maybe Squirtle or Mudkip, they can learn certain powerful moves at later levels sooner. No, they learn their moves sooner than their evolved forms. So I see what you're saying there. That would make sense.
I'm just thinking it'd be like a cool way of doing things where it's just, or even like the ones that have splits, because like, excuse me, one moment, hold on. Oh, excuse me. Um, just as a thought, like, what if I had an Applin and I evolve it up into Flapple, and I end up not liking Flapple too much? You know, normally your only option is to go find another Applin, but like, if I don't want to put those time and energy into it, what if I could just take it back to Applin and then turn it into Appleton or Diplin?
Oh, Hydrapple.
You have to go to Diplin first, then Hydrapple.
Okay.
But point being,
Yeah.
like, if I wanted to pursue a different path, or even something, like, just hypothetically, like, what if I am out in the wild and I catch a Poliwrath? You know,
Right.
take it back to Poliwhirl, give it a King's Rock, bingo bongo, you got a Politoad.
Would make it more convenient.
I mean, I think it would be just like it would be a quality of life thing. Plus, if you're working on, say, like a Pokedex, it'd be kind of cool if you could just sit there and just be like, yeah, bingo bongo, I have this dude and I'm just going to do some funky stuff to it.
Be wrong though, in a moral sense, force them to devolve.
I mean, maybe. I'm not sure. I guess we could let the fans decide that one. I just, you know. I mean, they already make it sound like you're a terrible person for mega evolving them, so.
Like they eased up on that in ZA though. The lore anyway.
I have not read any of their dex entries. I mean, I'm still working on a video about representation across generations.
I know what's his face? The
Glalie.
dragon poison Pokemon.
Oh, Dragalge.
Yeah, it's a literal walking cancer in its mega form.
Oh, I heard. I did actually see that one through someone's post online. I'm like, that's awesome. But I just like I remember
That's
back in the days where it was like Glalie, it's like, oh yeah, its mouth hangs open because its jaw literally broke. And it's like, oh. That's fucked.
Or how Mega Scizor and Mega Houndoom exude so much energy they start melting.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like the series does have dark stuff. I mean, let's be honest. The fact that Primeape literally evolves by killing itself, or even like Basculin to Basculegion.
Oh yeah, that dies too, right?
It's not so much it dies, it's just it goes to the brink of death, and then through the spirits of its fallen comrades, it becomes the next evolution.
Okay.
Yeah, some like myth about like 1,000 souls or something. I don't remember. But you know, outside of those things, I think it'd be really neat if you could just be like, I don't want this Vaporeon anymore. I want to turn it into Leafeon or something.
What if Eevee had the ability Protein and it evolves through the moves that it uses?
That could be neat. I just feel like you'd have to completely rework its move pool to allow it to learn all the different types of moves.
I'm pretty sure it knows a lot of different moves. Anyway, it knows Fairy, so it evolved to Sylveon.
I'd say it has what, baby doll eyes or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I don't remember if it knows a dark type move, but you know.
Well, I just don't know if it even knows like fire, electric, water to even do its base stuff.
Oh, true.
As of Generation 5, it learns normal, ground, fairy, and dark.
Huh. Cool.
Now, through TMs and HMs and the such, it can learn poison, fire, water, ghost. And that's it.
I mean, they might as well go the ghost route with Eevee.
Oh, I
I
agree.
mean, they did it with Primeape and the Bastion Legion, right? Might as well go with Eevee too.
Well, and again, ghosts I think are known for their special attacks, and if it's supposed to represent all the special attackers, then do it.
Right.
I'm not just saying this because I am the world's biggest ghost fanboy.
I think that'd be a next step to evolution as a ghost type.
Well, then everyone can live their that really funny joke from a couple years ago. Where it's like, how do you evolve an Eevee into a ghost type? Brick.
Right.
I don't know. I could see them doing something with it though. Oh, you know, it'd be interesting as like a level up mechanic instead of actually having like an evolution stone like the rest of them. You have to do like switch training. So like you're in a combat, your lead Pokemon gets knocked out, you switch into Eevee, that Eevee secures the victory. Because a fellow Pokemon was knocked out, then it gets to evolve. Make it like a vengeful spirit
like
type thing.
I was about to say avenging his comrade. Yeah.
Unless you make the stipulation where it needs to be an Eevee that gets knocked out, and then another Eevee has to take its place.
Oh.
That could be something. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of options there. I think. Just give it the Dusk Cloth or whatever, Dusk Stone, the Reaper Cloth, something.
Yeah.
Skeledivi. Actually, that's a great question. What would the name be? Would it be like Spectreon or something? Ghosteon?
I like Spectreon.
That works. I can see that. That'd be fun. Make
Like
it
Ghoulion.
Ghoulion.
Ghoul.
Ga-
Ghoulion or
Gab-
Fantamion. I don't know.
my Italian Eevee, Gabagoulion. Yeah, no, I mean, Spectreon is cool, and I feel like if you took inspiration from Spectrier and did like the weird floating paws that are just separated from the legs, that'd be kind of neat. Give it like a wispy, ethereal tail. Call it a day.
Of course. Yeah, of course. Everybody wins.
Make it a nice, like, royal purple. That could be cool. I don't know. Look, all I'm gonna say is I've been happy that ghost types have been on the up and up for a while.
It's my 2 cents. How about you?
Yeah, I think so. I'm like I said, I guess the only final thing would be like, do we think it's gonna be a good presents?
Uh, I'm gonna rate it now and give it a 6.5 out of 10.
So above average, but not spectacular.
Right.
Okay. I like to
It'd be
be
something eye catching, but
yeah, I like to be optimistic, so I'm gonna lean more towards like a 7.5. Like it's
okay.
almost perfect, but there's obviously like those few announcements that were just either a waste of time or not what you want.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I think it'll be good, and well, you know, when the day comes and we see how long it's gonna be, I guess we'll see it when we see it.
Yeah.
Knowing my luck, it'll be on a Thursday, and I'll have to, you know, work and do a morning meeting. But you know, if I
I
can,
work regardless.
honestly, I'm very tempted, honestly, to just take the day off. Like once we
Oh, you got
know,
the PTO.
well, that's the thing. Like once I know the date, I can easily just sit there and be like, "Yeah, I'm taking this day off. I don't care." Maybe I'll stream or something and do that again. It was fun for the Tomodachi life. It might be fun for this.
It's open.
But yeah, I mean, I think it'll be good. I mean, you know, you hope it's good. If it's complete shit, I mean, well, I guess that'd just be par for the course. But Okay. Well, thank you for coming on, as always.
Of course.
And
Happy to be here.
that's always good to hear. And yeah, I mean, obviously, we'll see you in the next one. I think, yeah, probably will be the next game, next board game thing. So very exciting. Rooting for you.
Yeah, we didn't win last time without doing anything. I put a Luigi.
You know. Well, I mean, thankfully next time though you should be with you'll be with a team, so that'll be cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a spoiler for everyone here, including him.
Oh boy.
Yay!